In the waning hours of January, we got a presentation of Elk Grove boys basketball. The boys varsity take on Hersey tonight in a game between two teams that have really struggled. Hello, and alongside John Wallace, it's me, Gabe Newman, and John. These two teams they've had a tough season, and Elk Grove has yet to get a conference win. Hersey's got two of them. What do you think Elk Grove should do tonight in order to notch their fifth win of the season and first conference win?
Yeah, this will be an important game for both squads, obviously. But I haven't done a game in a while. I don't think you have either. But I have noticed that Coach Orm's roster's expanded a little bit, and we got a couple different starters, whether it be up from JV or off an injury. But Bartek Sarat and Jaden Alberson will be starting tonight. I think you got to see. Both teams will see what they have for next year, but don't get me wrong. This is going to be a coaching battle. The boys know it too. So good hustle, and like you were saying earlier, these two teams are fairly equal, and it'll just be that 50-50 ball and who keeps away from the silly mistakes.
Tip in a few minutes. Just a couple nuggets here. This is the worst offense in the MSL East going up against the worst defense. Hersey's offense has been mediocre at best. 803 total points for. Everyone else is in the quadruple digits. It's countered by Elk Grove's lacking defense. They have over 1,400 points given up, and we'll see which one comes out on top.
Yeah, what I noticed about Elk Grove right out of the gate is we've talked about this, they just have absolutely no height. Now tonight that's going to be a little different because Bartek Sarat, he looks to be 6'3", 6'4", but Hersey Huskies has a 6'5" freshman Jackson Hupp, which I believe will be calling his name a lot. I think against the prospects, some of the other teams, Elk Grove's height, it's just hard to stop an inside game, and that's where I think they let up a lot of their points each game.
And for Hersey, watch out for the aforementioned Jackson Hupp. Him and Johnny Rigg are 50% shooters for this Hersey team, and Jackson Hupp leads the team in points and points per game. As we get underway, Hersey wins the tip.
Elk Grove's going to start out in that man-to-man. They just doubled Hupp, which I like. Bartuk came straight down from the point.
Hupp fighting under the basket, draws a foul.
Gabe, by the end of that play, there was 3 Grenadiers around him. So obviously Coach Orem says, hey, okay, we're not going to let him have free layups, which I like. If he gets down underneath that rim and he gets in a little foot trouble or whatnot, it's going to be hard to kick out to an open man.
Foul on Bartek Sarat. The freshman misses his first free throw. Yeah, he had the third chance points there, opportunity, and just could not put it away with the constant pressure of Elk Grove.
Yeah, he definitely stacked his rebound totals in the first minute and a half.
Hupp makes the second one. Hersey take the lead. Here's Bronson Bartuk. We were talking before the broadcast started about Elk Grove's need to rotate. They have had a couple instances this year where they were up at halftime and they just gassed themselves out. And
Coach Orem, for where I sit, there's two new starters in the last couple games I've done. So that tells me, and I see the 2 gentlemen that used to start. So that's 7. He'll go 8, hopefully 8 or 9 deep.
There's Alderson, no good.
Good take by Jaden.
And he's out of bounds. This is definitely going to be a close game. 2 evenly matched teams, like we said earlier. Sit back and relax and enjoy it.
So tonight I'm really going to be watching number 4 for Elk Grove, Bronson Bartuk. He had 19 points in the first half, and then Rolling Meadows just shut him down in the second half. But for me, he's the best player on Elk Grove. Let's see if he's the best player on the floor.
That's stolen by Alberson. Quick in transition go the Grenadiers. And bad pass there.
If Jaden thought about it, he had a whole quick speed right to the rim for a layup, maybe a foul. No necessary pass there.
Out wide, here's Hupp. Here's Meyer. Underneath the basket goes Smith. Loose ball, out of bounds. That's going to go in the way of Elk Grove.
I like this backcourt of Elk Grove. Mark Toronto and Bartuk, they're both heady players. Joe's pretty nails kid. He's not going to give in to just anybody.
There's a three. Bronson Bartuk off the side of the rim.
Good open take. I'd give that to him all day.
Grove saves an out-of-bounds pass.
Oh, good defense.
Nicely defended. Rebound Elk Grove.
So last time we did this game, Parashwami was the starter, I believe, who's got about the same height, but it looks like Surratt might just have a little quicker step.
To the rim, Alberson sinks it. Gives the Grens the lead.
James is a pure athlete. You saw him on the football field. I'm sure he probably plays baseball too.
Yeah, Jaden Alberson, holder of a no-hitter. He pitched last year against Jacobs. Down the alley goes Hupp, no good off the iron. Rebound Hersey. Second chance, no good.
Oh, what
Surratt gets the board.
So he held him off with his left hand and gobbled the ball up with his right. That is not easy to do for a big guy.
Here's Bronson.
Showed some good hands.
Bronson underneath Alberson.
Shoot that. James got to shoot that.
Alberson out wide. Bronson wants to shoot it, decides against it. Alberson to the rim. Finger roll in. Good start for the Grenadiers.
You don't teach that. You do not teach that move. Bronson was born with that move.
Underneath Hupp.
Giving away a lot of size. Referees are going to let this go. Coach Orham's kind of having a little fit. I don't blame him. I think if Bronson doesn't flop, he probably does get the offensive against Hersey.
Johnny Rugg was able to make some contact and put it in. Here's Surratt. Under pressure, kicks it. Bronson, no good. Here's Grove. That's a three.
Way short.
Air ball.
Bronson's just got to move here. He's got the numbers. There it is.
Got the rebound out quickly. Alberson had a shot, didn't take it.
It's twice now.
Now with Ewan.
He's just not confident yet.
Alberson.
Looking for help.
Over Martirano.
Take that.
Back to Bronson.
Which is going to call a little weave here.
Out wide Martirano.
Rough pass.
And a travel called on Joe Martirano.
Joe doesn't buy it, and quite frankly, I don't either, although I'm about 100 feet from the call.
So, the first official's time out of the game. That's a good start by Elk Grove.
Yep, absolutely. Jaden pops a three and gets some confidence. It's even more offense, but both teams are playing a little tight. This is kind of a matchup that you circle on your calendar as a player. You don't like to admit it, but hey, this is a winnable game. Both sides are telling themselves that. You're going to see a lot of energy, a lot of diving for 50-50 balls, and if you don't, then that kid's got to come off the court.
It's two teams trying to snap long losing streaks. Hersey's lost their last 6. Elk Grove, even worse, has lost their last 9.
Pretty nice crowd out here. Pretty good student section.
Yeah, for a Monday night. I mean,
right?
Feels like a Friday.
Can't wait for next year, Gabe. Maybe we're past the whole mass thing, and we got some good-looking players on the sophomore squad. Luke Rogers and Nate. And it'll be interesting to see this team next year, but it definitely helps the students when the student body section is full. No question about it.
Sophomores lost by 10 to the respective Hersey side, but definitely some highlights in that game.
They got a quick team, the sophomore team. They're not tall. We're going to run into that again, but laterally, they're a pretty quick team.
It looks like the same 5 out there for Elk Grove after the mass timeout. Smith out wide under the net, and foul called, I believe it was on the Grenadiers. For push.
Here comes Wizawati, and Surratt's going to sit. Now you got another tall guy for Elk Grove, and he's got some energy in it, and Surratt will sit. Surratt had a good, 5-6 minutes.
Underneath open for Josh Catalo.
I believe 24 for Elk Grove fell asleep on that one. Just came in the game.
Here's Alberson.
Ooh, that's a foul.
Out wide, Ewan. Drive to the rim.
Block. Foul on Hersey.
Two team fouls each early in this first quarter. Inbound, Bronson.
There's a foul.
And a travel on
travel.
Bronson Bartok.
Maybe his feet got tied up.
I'm not sure Nick Warham is happy with that call either. Not every day you see a player like Bronson travel. Here's Kersimer, now Grove.
Straight man-to-man by Elk Grove. No help here.
Cataldo, turnaround.
Like to see Jaden come down and help Wizawati a little bit. And then slide Bartuk over if the pass goes to Albertson's player, defender.
Out wide, Wizawati had a look, didn't go. Drive to the rim, gets his own rebound.
One more.
And Hersey recover. Kevin Parashwami limbering up. Here's Kersimer.
There's a double. There you go. Albertson's covering that. Wizawati out. Good defense.
That's Cataldo, who slunk his previous two. Missed on that. Albertson. Drive to the net. Off the glass, no good.
Yeah, the ball got blocked.
Quick in transition, go the Huskies.
Edgar Garay is going to come in, heading to the scorer's table.
Underneath the net, and that's good from Quinn Mullen.
Quinn Mullen is quick and strong. That is somebody we're going to have to pay attention to.
Wizawati.
Yeah, Jake's not going to take a three there, so the rest of the offense has got to move.
Alderson is fouled in the shot, so he'll go to the line.
That could have gone either way. So I heard a whistle, which would have been a foul, which would have been a dead ball.
And then they gave it to Hersey. Maybe they reversed their call? Because the Hersey fans applauded.
They did. He called it offensive foul. That was a little late.
Out wide, here's Grove.
I got
underneath to McCoo. That's no good from Cataldo. Here's Ewan, newly minted number 20, Garrett Ewan.
Here's Edgar.
Edgar.
Edgar's a facilitator. I'd like to see him take more shots, but he's good at what he does.
Joe Martirano in and out.
They're going to call that another offensive foul on Elk Grove. Somebody set a screen, Elk Grove went right through it, and they called offensive foul. I don't particularly care for that foul, but it's in the rule book, rarely called.
That's Bronson's first.
Coach Orham's a little red under the collar. I don't blame him.
Underneath, Cataldo.
Good defense. Good job, Edgar.
That's a great shot by Josh Cataldo.
Way to share the ball. 3 guys touched the ball in less than 2 seconds. Turns out to be a layup.
So new players limbering up for Elk Grove. They haven't gotten a point since the 90-second timeout at the 4-minute mark.
Elk Grove needs a bucket here.
Here's Bronson.
I'd like to see him take control.
Ray.
There it is.
Underneath
there it
Bronson.
is.
That's a 3 off the iron. Rebound Hersey. Jimmy McCoo, the All-State quarterback, getting that board. Quickly the other way. That's fast break points for Hersey.
If it wasn't so close to the quarter, I'm sure Coach Orham would be taking a timeout here. I'd almost hold for the last shot just to settle everybody down.
Martirano.
No rush here, no rush.
Garay, 21 to shoot. Ewan.
Coach Orham will scream a play around the 10, 11, 12 second mark. There it is. One finger in the air. This is going to be isolation.
Up to the net, no good from Bronson. Quickly the other way, stolen by Ewan, and that's going to do it for the first quarter.
Good play by Garrett. You know what? Okay, so it didn't go in. I'd say 4 to 5 Elk Grove players kind of just thought that was the end of it, but Garrett Union was sharp enough to realize that this could be a half-court shot, a three, and that would be a dagger going into the second quarter. 13-4, outscored by Hersey. Elk Grove is.
They started out with a 4-1 lead, and since have given up 12 straight points. And that's going to do it for the first quarter.
Well, their offense went cold, no question, but Hersey, like you say, you got to look over records sometimes. They really shared the ball down low really well. It wasn't up at the top of the key. They're making 2-foot passes for layups.
We talked about earlier, it's the worst offense with Hersey against the worst defense with Elk Grove. So far, Hersey is winning that battle.
Yeah, so what do we got? We got Bartuk with 2 and Albertson with 2, correct? Yeah, so we need a couple more guys to score for Elk Grove. Somebody's got to, take some open shots. If they go, they go. You get on fire. If they don't, you keep shooting. I'd like to see Bronson take a lot more shots, and quite frankly, Jaden had a couple wide open threes. Go ahead, take them.
What do you think?
The worst that could happen is we'd still be sitting at 4 points, right?
What do you think Nick Orham just told his players?
I think he's got to help down low on defense. And I wouldn't be surprised if he said be more aggressive to the offense. Albertson's the only one that's gone to the hole, and he's taken it from the baseline. I'd like to see Bartuk or Albertson even go to the hole from the top of the key. Got a substitute. I believe that's Josh Motley, 11, right?
Motley in the game, as well as Kevin Parashwami. Edgar, Bronson, and Garrett still in. There's Bronson, 3 with a hand in his face.
He got fouled.
And it's going to be three shots.
Sure is. This might be what gets Bronson going.
3 shots from the charity stripe from.
Everybody that's seen Bronson play, they know he can shoot, and he's streaky, and he can put up 20 in a quarter if need be. You just got to get that confidence. Interesting, Coach Orm has nobody on the block for the free throws. Now they're going in.
Why do you think he does that?
I don't know. It didn't seem to me like Hersey was beating us down court. Unless he has that much extreme confidence in his shooter. I could see holding Kevin back a little bit, but I'd want somebody in there.
Bronson 3 for 3 from the line. Cuts the lead to 6.
Kevin's in no man's land.
There he possession. Garrett, Edgar gets in there.
So they're playing man-to-man, and Parashwami got pulled out all the way in front of the free throw line. Unless your guy you're defending, number 4 here, is a good three-point shooter, you just let him go out there.
That's a 3, and a travel on Hersey. Shot was no good anyway. Jack Ginaldi.
Bartok Surratt's going to come in. That's interesting. Kevin had a lot of minutes, and he just got pulled after about a minute and a half.
Yeah, it's not exactly sure. Maybe he's something we don't know, an injury or something.
Yep.
Can never assume. Here's Motley, or that's not Motley, that's good eye. Far court. Here's Motley. Out wide, Garrett couldn't handle it. Now with Surratt. Back to Garrett. Good eye. Good ball movement by the Grenadiers. Open 3, Bartek Surratt.
Oh, I like it.
Off the side of the rim.
I like it.
Crowd got hyped for that one. Here's Kersimer. McCoo underneath.
Get up, Edgar.
That's a 3. No good.
There it is.
Quick in transition, go the Grenadiers.
Backcourt's really quick now for Elk Grove, but Edgar 21 doesn't particularly like to shoot. Got him on a travel. But he still can cause problems. He's a good distributor of the ball, and he plays good defense.
Still a 6-point advantage for the Huskies, 13-7.
Elk Grove's playing a little quicker defense on this, don't you think, Gabe? On the second quarter?
Definitely new life injected into the Grenadiers.
Yeah, whatever Coach Orm said, it must have taken.
Rinaldi. Carlquist. Back to Ganaldi. That's a 3. Open off the rim. No good. Hersey get the board.
Good recovery.
Kersimer. Little scrappy.
Good
And
block
that's
by
a great
Surratt.
block by Surratt. Quickly in transition.
Good outlet pass. Keep going.
Garrett Ewan to the rim.
I'm going to call.
And a foul on Garrett Ewan. Another offensive foul.
No chance. That's offensive. The kid had absolutely no position. He was 40 degrees to the floor. Coach Orham's being nice.
Questionable call there.
That call alone is going to make me watch this game when I get home, Gabe. I'm going to find it on EGTV Facebook Live, and I'm going to look at that one and see if I was wrong.
Well, you were definitely in agreement with the rest of the crowd.
That's the problem right there, that play that Elk Grove's having trouble with. They're turning their back to the ball. They're on their defender. And then when they look back, it's a little jab step right to the rim.
First points in the second quarter. Here's Motley.
Makeup call.
Foul on Hersey.
20 feet from the rim.
I get the makeup call there, but Motley seemed like he was clean through.
Yeah,
About to go up for a shot.
I agree. It's almost like we're timid to go down low, and Hersey's not that big.
Notably, no Jackson Hupp. Not on the floor right now. Leads the team in points. Here's Garay. Out wide Surratt.
Edgar had a shot there, a layup.
Long 3, Bronson, no good. Hasn't hit a 3 yet.
He was under the rim, and then he kicked it out wide. He's just got to shoot that ball.
And that's a shooter's roll from Jared Rigg.
Yeah, it's a friendly rim for Hersey, but they're getting really easy low post shots.
Husky advantage is 10. Here's Motley, almost loses it. Out wide, Jaden Alberson off the back of the rim, no good.
Albertson had to reach to his left on that. If he gets the ball in stride, he probably makes that shot.
Drive to the rim. Now a kick out, loose ball.
Get up, Josh.
Motley kicks it to Rigg. That's a 3, and that's a
Timeout.
sinking 3 from Brett Kersimer.
I don't know what that timeout's about. I don't think he's really truly upset at his players. I mean, I know when the referee came and gave him the timeout, there was a small conversation which probably needed to be had, but Elk Grove's playing okay. It's just it's little small stuff. It's the little small stuff. They're letting go of their man by 5-6 feet.
Well, it seemed like Hersey made like 3 shots in a row. I'm not exactly sure, but their offense was definitely heating up, so maybe that was the purpose of the timeout.
Yeah, if you notice, all their baskets, most of their baskets are below the block, right, on the free throw line. They're getting in there way too easily. I haven't seen that they have any three-point shooters. Now, if you watch Elk Grove's offense, we're struggling hard just to get it to the free throw line. So there's kind of a convergence there. It's like, Elk Grove needs to take it to the rim, maybe get a couple of their guys in foul trouble. And Elk Grove has to defend down low. Force them a three-point shot until they make it.
Elk Grove go with the same 5.
Little full court press by Hersey. Like to see that. Somebody's open. There he is.
Underneath Surratt, back out Motley. That's a 3. No good.
Really wasn't set on it. Little stutter step. I'd like the play though.
Here's Rigg, Jared Rigg. That's a 3 from the other Rigg, no good. And a little lackadaisical there from Jaden Alberson. Tried to let that go out of bounds.
Jaden had an opportunity to grab it. Just kind of lost track of the man, and it's turnover. Coach Orham was explaining, just grab the ball.
Inbound Johnny Rigg.
Very impressed with Surratt. Playing great defense, and he's got some speed.
That's a 3, and that's money from Jared Rigg.
He's had some huge rebounds. I like his play.
Rigg brothers heating up for Hersey. Jackson Hupp back into the game. The 6'5", 255 freshman.
Surratt wants the ball. A little give and go.
Alberson, no good. Not getting any boards either of the Grenadiers.
Need some help down here.
Quickly, no good. That's a strong rebound by Carson Grove. Kick out.
Joey's got to put a hand in there.
And a missed shot from Johnny Rigg.
He was going out to cover the guy at the top of the key. Ball went right by him. All he's got to do is just stick his hand out.
Here's Garrett Ewan back into the game. Give and go Bronson. He's got Martirano to his right. Decides to go to the rim. And one!
Might have hurt his ankle down there. No, he's up good. He's up quicker than I thought.
Rolls it in. Chance for a three-point play.
He's going for his 8th point with this free throw. So while Hersey takes a timeout, I'm just going to introduce their coaching staff. Austin Scott, it's his 4th year. Assistant coaches Michael White, Rick DeVito, Greg Keetle, Bruce Males, John Ocken, Chris Rugg, Don Rowley, and Ricky Cardy. 2 names Elk Grove people might recognize. Obviously, Chris Rugg was a sophomore coach here for years. It's probably been 5 or 6 years since he left. And then their assistant coach, Don Rowley's just been in the MSL basketball scene forever. He's the father of John Rowley, who used to be vice principal of, God, I don't know what they used to call it, athletic director. Gabe, what do they call it now? Do you know?
Well, they still have athletic director.
Okay, so John Rowley used to be the athletic director here at Elk Grove for many, many years. Great guy, great individual. But it's funny to see some of these names. They just kind of wander around the MSL, 214.
Being in conference, Hersey and Elk Grove definitely have plenty of run-ins with each other, not just in basketball, but in all the sports.
So I'm looking down here. MSL champions for Hersey, the last time they did it was 06. And since 1972, they've had 4. I know Elk Grove won the MSL a couple years in a row. I just can't see the banner. But that was the, yeah.
I think the banner for
it's probably right over our head,
is right over our head where we're sitting. On the side nearest to the field house.
Those were coached by Coach Furman. They had Scotty Furlow, Joey Gatsiolis, Amon. They had a really good team. Amon, they didn't have height, but Amon could jump like he was 8 foot tall.
Bronson good, 4 for 4 from the line. Hersey take over again.
Hupp is in the lineup there, Gabe. 34.
And he's not playing underneath the rim. He's playing more. His shot's blocked.
Jump ball, go.
Oh, a steal by Surratt.
There's a foul.
Not exactly sure. I thought it was a jump ball.
What a move.
And that's a great move by Bronson. I'm not sure what did they call another foul on Bronson?
I can't believe some of these fouls. I got to admit, I was blocked out on that one, Gabe, so I can't complain.
It looked like a bang-on shooting foul. And instead they called an offensive foul. Bronson's second.
Coach Orm's working over the referee to the near side here.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that.
I think Coach Orm's got a piece of all 3 of the refs tonight.
Well, I don't want to say they deserve it because it's a very tough job, but you got to have your say.
Yeah, you're protecting your players more than anything. You're not protecting your ego, you're protecting your players.
Underneath, great move by Hersey. No good from Jackson Hupp.
Hupp's struggling tonight. He's been frustrated by the 3-headed monster, Wizawati, Surratt.
Oh, great move. Jaden Alberson puts it in at 1.
Nope, they're calling offensive foul. It's the same guy.
I'm with you now, John. That is something else.
Coach Orms, I've seen him get, I don't want to use the word angry, animated far less than this. He's got to hold on it tonight, because I wouldn't be.
That's 3 fouls.
Elk Grove's with 7 fouls with 2:12 left in the quarter. Hersey's got 5. There's no real disparity there.
Hersey in the bonus now. Any Grenadier whistle will be a 1-and-1.
Backdoor cut, right? Colin lost his guy.
Adamowitz in the game now. So it looks like Nick Orhan is rotating a little bit more than usual.
Yep. Colin can shoot now. You got to watch him in the corner, 13. Let's see if they can get him the ball.
Here's Ewan out wide. Wizawadi.
Jake's got to get rid of that.
Ewan, Adamowicz, drive to the rim,
There
kick out. That's another offensive foul. What in the world is going on? And the crowd is
I'm going to cover my mic only because they're stealing what I would say.
And now the refs gather.
Looks like somebody's got an injury. Oh, they don't like the comments from the audience, which now this is where I might have a problem if they come out and say the audience is bugging them. As a referee, if you want to go far, you have to have thick skin and not hear anything. Now, if a player on the court gave the referee a lip, he has every right to talk, but he should be talking to the coach, not the score table.
Definitely going to either warn or eject a fan.
Looks like we're going to get back to it.
That just shows the mood around the gym right now. 3 straight offensive fouls on the Grenadiers.
I just wish I was closer, Gabe. It's hard to see down on that other side of the court, but Bartuk's drive to the basket was a foul. That was not offensive. The other two, it's hard to see. Just some bad luck, but you got to get through it. Let's play some quick defense here. Get a steal.
Well, talk to the fine men and women that run EG6 because in our multimedia class, we do live streams of basketball games as well. We are up in the bleachers now.
I like it.
There's a port down there you use for electricity.
Very good.
However, we have a basketball game to get back to. That's saved.
That might go in. Over the back.
Somehow, Hersey get that rebound. And finally taken away by the Grenadiers.
Jackson Hupp, if he's one of their leading scorers or percentage shooters, he's struggling tonight. He's frustrated.
Wizawadi turns the momentum back over.
Great left hand by Jake. Great left hand. Great drive. He's good at that baseline move.
There's Hersey back the other way. Out wide, Kersemeyer.
He stepped out of bounds.
Off the front of the rim. Rebound. And that's out of bounds. And Elk Grove will take over. I wouldn't be surprised in 30 seconds if we just get a gymnasium full of booze.
Sometimes it's warranted, sometimes it isn't.
Yeah, and to your point, I'm surprised that Coach Nick Orham isn't more animated than he is. He seems like he's really biting his lip.
That'll go only so far for any coach. I give him a lot of credit, though. Sometimes, and it depends on the team, too. Sometimes teams react well to that when your coach has your back, and sometimes maybe not so much. I'd like to see Colin 13 take a rip at a 3 here.
Here's Bronson. Motley to the rim. Off the glass, no good. Domwitz had the rebound for a second, lost it.
14 seconds left. Don't foul him, Jake.
Braden Smith slips. And Hersey's going to hold out for the last shot.
He's got nowhere to go.
Out wide, just put up. No good.
That would have been Elk Grove's luck if that goes in, right? That was over the shoulder. Like, I got to get rid of this quickly, and that's about it.
Quinn Mullen, tough quarter for the Grenadiers, 25-12 in favor of the Huskies.
Well, listen, what was the score at half? 13-4?
13-4.
Right, so a little better. Let's see what the third quarter brings.
We'll be back. For those watching on Facebook and those on TV, thank you for tuning in.
Absolutely,
Stick around.
thanks for tuning in. I believe we're going to have a little better half for Elk Grove, so come on back.
We welcome those watching on Facebook and watching on TV. And, John, tough first half for the Grenadiers.
Yeah, listen, if you've been watching, there was a couple rough calls by the referees, and then the stands got on, and the referee had soft skin. You can't deny the fact that Elk Grove on defense has lost their players that they're defending. And I think, Coach, if he fixes that and gets a couple of our shooters hot, we're going to make a game out of this. I truly believe it. Nice double team right there.
And a putback by freshman Jackson Hupp.
Still pretty darn good defense.
Elk Grove send their starters out for the start of the second half.
It's going to be Elk Grove's ball off of Hersey. Folks, you're probably going to hear in the background, if it's reaching my mic, the fans don't forget just because of the halftime. We'll see how these calls go in the second half.
We apologize for any foul language, but it's part of the game. Sets the mood for what the fans are feeling after a rough first half.
All right, I feel better now because that could have been a travel, and all it was a slippery floor. And I have seen that called, and it's just, I don't know. That was a good no caller.
Foul on Hersey. Inbound to Surratt. Here's Bronson.
Surratt's going to set that screen. Now he's got to roll. 2 quick reach-ins on Hersey. I think what you're seeing is what they call, hey, we're going to try to make this a little bit better the second half as far as team fouls. Hersey coach now up, but kind of riding the refs. Double team. Kicks it out. Surratt's there. Hupp, nice good defense, good footwork to get down low.
Here's Bronson. 2 teams struggling. Both need a win. Underneath, Alberson. Great move, great shot. Alberson on the scoreboard in the second half.
Well-designed play for Elk Grove there. Well-designed play, well executed.
Out wide, here's Grove. Mullen. Now Smith.
Joe Martorano has just given up way too much height for 34. He's posting him up, but he's doing a nice job.
And Johnny Rigg walks right through.
When you have a matchup like that, Gabe, you got to help a little double team somehow, some way. If it turns into another layup, that's fine, but you didn't give him the easy layup to begin with.
Good ball movement by the Grenadiers. Surratt out wide. Ewan.
I like Surratt out top here because he's dragging Hupp out to the top too to defend him, right? Gives us a chance for a little better for layups, maybe offensive rebounds. It's a good call by coach.
Mid-range floater from Bronson, good. On the other end of the floor now, the Huskies drive to the rim.
Wow, Elk Grove got a hand on that ball and he still made the shot.
Quinn Mullen able to put that in. Hersey matching Elk Grove basket for basket. That's out. I thought that was out off of Hersey.
Yeah, I believe it was too.
Referees can confer and reverse the call.
Yeah, that's a good call. So Bronson did a no-look pass there, and I'm not a big fan of no-look passes because half the time the no-look fools the guy trying to receive the ball. It was a small window.
Here's Ewan. Ewan loses the ball, scramble for it, picks it up.
That's a kick.
And a missed call there leads to fast break points for Hersey. Here come the Grenadiers again. Alberson being double teamed. Out wide, Martorano. That's a 3. No good.
Good big defense, 24-34 Hersey. Just total block out. That ball could have hit the floor and they still would have got the rebound.
Grens have yet to hit a 3 underneath the basket. And good post play by Carson Grove. Puts it in off the glass. Huskies running away with it a little bit. And a timeout, Nick Orham.
Yep. Well, I'll tell you, what I've seen, and I haven't seen a difference in the second half, is Elk Grove has no answer for the post players for Hersey. They're just layup after layup. It's just something you gotta find a way to stop. You know, I'd try a little zone. I still have not seen a Hersey player hit a 3. Maybe I missed one, but it doesn't seem to me like they're a good outside shooting team. So pack the lane with a zone, right? The only way to beat a zone is to hit a couple outside shots. I haven't seen Hersey have the capability of that yet.
I believe they have hit a couple threes, but it's still, to your point, not enough to warrant respecting that outside shot as much.
Zone is always used. Many people argue in lower level basketball it's for a slower team and maybe a lazy team, but it's also used for a shorter team. You know, you've got at least three defenders. If it gets right underneath the basket, that's hard. So the ball doesn't get inside so much. So then you're playing the perimeter on offense, and you got to knock down a couple threes. And if you don't in the beginning, it gets very frustrating. And that zone is very hard to break if you don't have an outside shooter.
Now, what's a more effective defense? Does it just depend on the player?
I always liked running zone and man-to-man on different possessions. So on a made basket, we would do man-to-man. That way you could come and press a little bit. On a missed basket by the other team, you would run down, or on Elk Grove missed basket, you would not run down and play zone. For me, for our coaches, it always gave them a different look. They didn't know what to do.
Wayward pass. Hits our camera. Hersey ball. (35-16) Husky advantage. Kick out. Doesn't go for the shot. Here is Rigg. No good. Off the iron. Ewan grabs the rebound.
Surratt's running the floor like a little guard. I love it.
There's an open three. Garrett Ewan, no good. Surratt got a hand to it, didn't get the board. Fast break. Hersey
Good no call there.
rolls over for Braden Smith.
Take it. Ooh.
Ewan loses the ball.
Yeah, Garrett's a little upset. I think he was indecisive whether to kick out for a three or just head to the rim.
Out wide, Rigg. That's a three. Jimmy McCoo, no good.
Just an awkward shot coming out of his hand. I'd let him take that shot all day from there.
I mentioned earlier Jimmy McCoo, the All-State quarterback. Killed us in football. But definitely a very quality quarterback. Interesting to see where he goes.
Nick Orham's assistant coach is Jeremy Carlson, well-respected teacher here at Elk Grove. The sophomore coach is Sasson, Julio Fernandez, and Miguel Melendez. Rounds out his coaching staff. Gabe, what Elk Grove player has impressed you the most?
Well, I'm a little biased because I'm good friends with some of them, but
That's okay.
The obvious answer is Bronson, right? You don't know too much about him. Conant transfer, comes in, takes over the program, leads the team in points, basically the captain of the team.
And the beauty of it, Gabe, is he's a sophomore or a junior.
We get another year with him.
Right. I think for me, and I'm not denying your point because Bronson's just unbelievable, but I have not seen Bartek Surratt play before. He's a junior as well. He's really impressive. Way more foot speed than you would realize if you saw him warm up. Great defender, great hands. I'm just really impressed with him. I can't wait to see these guys next year.
I'd like to quickly give a shout out to Dylan McCory. He doesn't get too much playing time, but when he's on the court, he is usually underneath the basket, getting the boards that the team needs in the latter stages of a fourth quarter.
I agree. I've seen him play, and he's a heady player.
Not exactly a shooter, but definitely someone that should get more chances.
So that was a set play, right? And it was supposed to be to Albertson. And Hersey just read it perfectly. They just switched man-to-man D, no problem.
There's a three off the rim, no good from Carson Grove.
Elk Grove's got to score some points. Hersey's gone a little cold here on offense.
Surratt, Ewan, now Albertson. Ewan, that's a three, no good. Dying to use my Kane County catchphrase.
I don't blame you.
Still haven't hit a three yet. That does not get the roll required to go in. Hersey rebound, big block, Surratt. Fast break,
Spin him.
Bronson to the rim.
Oh, there's a foul. Surratt will go to the line.
Foul on Bartek Surratt. Yeah, I have to agree with you with your opinions on Bartek Surratt. He I'm not exactly sure, but he's definitely coming in the ending portion of the season and done very well for what he's been asked to do.
And you're going to need that height senior year. There's sophomore player Nate is pretty tall. Lucas Rogers is fairly tall, but they're not Surratt's size. And you're going to need that in this MSL.
Nate Govert.
Motley's in now with Edgar Garay, 21 and 11. It's all right.
In and out. Surratt only gets one from the line. We get our first odd number score of the game for the Grenadiers. McCoo guarded heavily by Motley. Now with Cataldo.
Good defense here by Elk Grove.
Carlquist, McCoo. Guarded heavily. McCoo takes it to the rim, rolls it in. Jimmy McCoo, that's his first points of the night. Here's Ewan. Looks for open. Here's Motley.
There you go, Josh.
Drives to the rim.
There you go, Josh.
Doesn't get the shot, but gets the foul.
I like it.
Surratt helps him up, and he'll go to the line.
Elk Grove went out to the perimeter and took their defenders with. Josh saw a little hole and went to it, and he's at the line.
It's a 20-point deficit. You think it's still winnable for the Grenadiers?
You're down 20 with 2 minutes to go. I still think this might be closer than what it is currently. Hersey's gone cold. They're still getting their layups, but Elk Grove's playing a little tighter defense around the rim. Let's see what happens. Surratt's going to sit here for Jake Wizawadi.
Motley 1 for 2 from the charity stripe.
Get there, Edgar.
There's McCoo. Running the offense right now. That's a 3. No good. From Jared Rigg.
Ooh, nice. Way to get that ball. That should have been out of bounds, but Hersey saved it.
There's another 3. No good. Also from Jared Rigg. Out wide. There's Karismeyer.
He's 0 for 3 in 13 seconds.
Off the rim again. And that goes in the way of Hersey. 1:25 left to play in the third quarter.
This is where you got to watch. Yeah, okay, so we're good. That's where you got to watch the guy bringing the ball in, which Elk Grove did.
Mid-range jumper, good. Dylan Carlquist.
That was a nice shot.
Here's Bronson. Josh. Wizawadi, that's a 3. And it's good! 3-point field goal, Jake Wizawadi from Kane County.
Good play, good bucket. Travel. Jump ball.
Jump ball.
He got one of them right.
And the first Grenadier 3 comes from an unlikely source, one of the tallest players wearing white tonight, Jake Wizawadi.
No truer words, no truer words. I didn't think he'd throw it up, but he did. It was a beautiful shot.
Jacob Chasterton makes his way onto the court.
Jacob's in the game now. He can shoot as well.
Motley kick out, picked off.
That's a
loose
ill-advised
ball.
pass.
Wizawadi's gonna grab it.
Yeah, I was gonna say that can't be a jump ball. Coach Orr must have said timeout 9 times.
So we get the ball back.
Good timeout there, obviously, right? Because we had just gotten the ball on a tie-up, right? So if they call jump ball, it's going back to Hersey. We got plenty of timeouts left in the third quarter here.
Something to think about. Gorham didn't use his timeouts all that well in the game a couple weeks ago against Buffalo Grove. He used all of his second half timeouts in the third quarter. Didn't have any left for the fourth quarter, but
yep,
it didn't mean much. They were out of the game at that point.
Sometimes you're forced, the game. You're trying to stop some bleeding possibly, and if you don't stop the bleeding in the third quarter, you won't have any chance in the fourth. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Casterson's still in the game. Edgar, Jake Wizawati, Josh Motley, and Bronson Bartuk.
Two teams looking to snap long losing streaks, 34 to shoot in the third.
Boy, that's a long time to set that play up.
Finally inbounded Wizawati, gives it off to Motley. Gives it to Bronson.
Nice move.
Bronson spin, shoot, no good.
He's frustrated. Shot hasn't been falling tonight. He's got 10, could have been 20.
And
timeout? I don't know who
think,
called it.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what happened there.
Well, it's Coach Orem. He was at 4, and now he's down to 2 timeouts, so that was another timeout by Coach. 15 seconds left in the third quarter.
We saw in the first quarter he was reluctant to use a timeout with 30 seconds left. And you said it was due to the end of the coming close to the end of the quarter, but now with 15 seconds.
Well, there's a couple reasons why you would take a timeout here. One is if you've got one of your better players that has 3 fouls or God forbid 4, you don't want him getting a foul with 15 seconds left when the other team has the ball. But that's not the case here. So the only body, and it's not, I can't even call it foul trouble, but Bronson's got 2. Nobody else on the court for Elk Grove has a foul. Team fouls this quarter 0 to 4. Hersey. You don't see that often.
Very disciplined, maybe a little bit too disciplined, maybe not aggressive enough on defense. It's cost them an 18-point deficit as we close out the third quarter. Here's McCoo, or that's not McCoo, that's Michael Jasper.
Good rebound. Need some help here.
Ooh, off the front of the rim, falling away. Bronson Bartuk nearly hit a whirly 3. That's going to do it for the third quarter, 39-21 in favor of the Huskies. So 1 quarter left to play.
Bronson's had a rough game, and by means of that, I mean he's had a lot of bodies slammed into him by Hersey. It's definitely a part of their game plan. Be a little rough with them. He's just got to free up his space. He's got more talent to do it. We'll see if he can pop a couple threes and get the team back into it.
John, what do you think Austin Scott, head coach of Hersey, is saying to his team right now?
I think he's got to keep attacking down low. Don't give in. I mean, Gabe, you've seen enough of these games. There's no such thing as being a nice guy when you're up 20, right? For the most part. And like we said before, you got a 4-team, 5-team wins. This is kind of their MSL championship. You know, they're trying to prove a point. I think he's going to keep going down low. You might see the offense stretch out a little bit. A couple more seconds off the clock before they take a shot. But he's had the success down low all night. And for Coach Orem, I think we got to speed up the offense a little bit. A little more transition points. Let's not set the offense up. Let's let the kids play a little backyard ball, try to get some layups, some fouls. And somebody on this team's got to hit a couple threes in a row.
Gren's fresh, haven't played since Thursday. That was a loss versus Prospect, 73-40. Before that was a loss against Matea Valley, 81-55.
81 points is a lot of points for high school basketball.
Wasn't much better for Hersey. They lost to Libertyville 55-38 and to Wheeling 57-53. There's a kick out and a travel on Michael Jasper, who's seeing some minutes in the latter stages of this game to start the fourth quarter.
Having a hard time with this ref here by the student section. He missed an elbow to Casterson's chest on an inbounds. It just gets a little frustrating.
Wizawati, that's a 3.
Ooh, he liked it
no
too.
good.
When it left, he liked it.
Here come Hersey. Underneath, loose ball. And
Jake got away with the first one. He had a foul the first one. The referee was let it to go. But the second one, he had to call it.
Plenty of fouls to give. Not a problem so far for the Grenadiers.
Nope.
Just the first team foul of the second quarter, or second half, excuse me,
right.
for the Grens. Inbound, tipped
Turnover.
out of bounds by
Nope, it's Hersey's
Gray.
ball.
It's far side, tough to see.
Good defense here. 4.
Tough inbound, finally gets it.
That was a hand wave away from a turnover.
Carl Quist.
Gotta go, Edgar.
Edgar
It's a foul.
steals it.
Out of bounds. Who? Out of bounds off Elk Grove. Good hustle by Edgar Garay. He is an energy. He is high energy, Edgar.
Coach Orham called him the spark plug when I talked with him about what this team is built on.
Yep.
Said a lot of nice things about Edgar.
Good family, good kid. His older brother played here as a varsity for 2 years, Morrow. He could jump out of the gym for his height.
Good defense. Pinball action.
Yeah, ill-advised pass.
And a foul on, looks like Wizawati.
That'll be 2.
It's going to be on Garay.
That'll be Edgar's first.
Second team foul. Sends.
That's Cataldo, right, to that line? 5?
We're being blocked by Brett Kersemeyer.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. That's Carl Quist.
Carquist good on his first. That's Hersey, their 40th point of the match.
Hersey's
And
got
41st.
a lot of bench players out there right now. I'd like to see Elk Grove take advantage, get some confidence.
Lead back to 20.
Oh, Jake. I actually think he wanted that again. Josh with a move.
Motley, no good. Rebound, Garay.
Nice,
And
Edgar.
Nice shot, Edgar Garay. With bodies in his face, puts it through.
That was his brother's game, too. They're both pretty good at getting contact and still getting to the rim.
Kick out, that's a 3. And that's a wonderful shot,
Jared Rigg.
Rigg.
Really nice shot.
Open 3, gets it. That's a big blow to the Grenadiers.
Josh is feeling it right now.
Motley gets his own rebound. Kick out Wizawati. That's a 3. And it's good. Jake Wizawati
He was
from
fouled.
Kane County.
First half, that would have been a foul.
Refs letting the game go a little bit more. There's Jasper.
Ooh, Edgar got away with one there.
Edgar steals it.
Run.
Quickly the other way go the Grenadiers. Loose ball. Good hustle. Sends Jasper flying into the seats.
That was funny. Edgar took a minute to watch the kid swing right by him.
There's Bronson off the back of the rim.
Yeah, I'm feeling a little sorry for Bronson. He just doesn't have the shot tonight.
That's in and out from Jared Rigg. 5:30 left to play.
Go, Jacob.
And that's a charge on Jake Wizawati.
It's the right call.
It's going to be his second.
As much as myself and the crowd would love to say that that was another one, that was a good call.
And Coach Orham having a word with the referee, but this time a more agreeable call.
Well, what Coach Orham is saying, and I agree 100%, it's a hard one to get, though. A charge is a charge, which means you're standing still and you get run into. So many kids and NBA players alike, as soon as they start to feel it, they start to lean back and fall. That is a blocking foul. And it's a fine line, and every referee has his own tolerance levels. I wish they would straighten it out from 5th grade ball to NBA.
Good ball movement by the Huskies. No foul called. That's an open 3. Jasper, and he sinks it.
A little shovel pass as he's going out of bounds. Hersey can't miss right now.
It's Bronson. Grens need points here. And no
That'll be-
basket.
Yeah, that'll be before the shot.
Going to be a foul on Hersey.
It's going to be outside line, Elk Grove. Looks like Adams coming to the table. We're going to buzz in for Edgar. I really want Adam to take a couple threes. The kid's got a great shot.
So Colin Adamowicz checks in. All with Bronson. Now Ewan who checks in. Bronson, that's a 3. And he's finally got it. Bronson Bartuk from Kane County.
You've seen him enough to know some of his better shots are rushed and off the side of his shoulder. He's just got such a natural touch. It's just like he buries it. It's almost like the more time he has for the 3, the less it's going to go in.
Grens need a stop. Here's Rinaldi. 15 for Hersey. That's a wide open 3. And a travel before the shot.
Yep.
On Hersey. 47-29, back to 18 points. Bronson to the rim. Oh, just did not get the roll he needed.
That's what I mean, Gabe. That shot falls 9 out of 10 times any other day.
Rinaldi falls. I'm not sure.
Hersey ball.
Interesting decision.
Got a timeout here.
It's gonna be an official's timeout.
They're not gonna tell me who called it. Official timeout.
It's state mandated mask timeout, the final one of the game.
So explain that to me. You've said this a couple times before. I was like, gosh, I didn't think that high school ball had official times out, but now you're telling me they do, huh?
Yeah, it's supposed to be a COVID thing because it's titled a mask timeout.
Mm-hmm.
It's the next stoppage of play after the 4-minute mark after every quarter, and it's one of the sillier rules to me, but I get why they do it. And it definitely gives players a chance to rest.
I think on paper it looks good, but I'm not sure that the masks are a really important thing out on the court when you're 5-on-5 in a conference game, right? I'm not saying that's right or wrong. I'm just saying that's the truth.
Well, the rule is you have to have it somewhere on your face. They're not really on you too much about
exactly where, right?
Yeah. I was watching the sophomores earlier. I'm not trying to bait them out or anything, but I didn't think I saw a single mask worn on their nose, and that's just.
Well, I'm sure Gabe, this isn't the only Illinois high school game going on where that's happening, right?
It's just the name of the game. I've tried to work out with a mask on. It's just really tough. Don't get the right airflow.
Yep. I think we're almost done with it. Knock on wood.
Well, you never know. So Hersey take over, up 18. Trying to just move the ball around and kill some clock. Here's Crafton. In the corner now, Schiffman.
Going to take some time off the clock, rightfully so.
Schiffman, Mike Crafton now underneath the net.
Offensive.
And that's an offensive foul on Danny McCarthy.
Danny didn't even pretend to hide that. That was a forearm shiv.
What do you think the Grens need to do? Do they still have a chance?
I think we're chasing almost too many at this point, but you want to finish strong. And it looks to me like Bartuk is maybe a little angry at what, it doesn't matter, but his offense has a spark here the second half.
So here's Ewan.
He's sitting on 13 points for the game.
Ewan and Bronson.
I don't know that you can call it a foul because Bartuk had lost possession of the ball. But we'll take it.
They call it a foul on Hersey?
Yep. Elk Grove's in the bonus now. Maybe Bronson can add to his point total. Gabe, do you know when they announce all conference players, or have they yet?
I don't think so. They typically, I'm not exactly sure. This is really my first season where I followed basketball closely. Sure. Obviously, football's the main one. Everyone follows that, but
well, the reason why I ask is I've seen enough of the MSL here that Bronson Bartuk deserves to be an all-conference player, and that's saying a lot. This MSL league is a tough Illinois league.
So Bronson hits his 2 free throws and then makes way for Pablo Castillo, seeing his first minutes of the game.
I mean, you got 2 games against a top 10 rated team in Illinois, Rolling Meadows, and you got 2 games against one of the better teams in Illinois in Mount Prospect, Illinois. You know, that's a tough conference schedule.
Dylan McCory in the game now as well. Perhaps the white flag for the Grenadiers. It's going to be Grenadier ball with 2:48 left to play.
Dylan had some great minutes the last couple games. He was in there earlier. They might have had an injury or whatnot. I thought he played really well. He's showing me he's going to have a little more playing time next year as a senior.
Wayward pass by Matt Kurzawa, also in the game for the first time.
Good defense.
Seems like Matt Kurzawa has different shoes for every single game he plays. As there's a 3 off the front of the rim, no good.
Yeah, Jake did the right thing. Jake Cashman did the right thing. He boxed out. It's so hard on a long rebound. You just don't know where that's going to go.
Woodrich.
Follow him, Jake. Follow him. Atta boy. Do not let him get a layup on you. Oh, they gave it to Colin. I could have swore that was on Jacob Casterton.
Sends Aiden Gazda to the line, who misses his first free throw.
Yeah, that was woefully short. That's nerves.
At the stages where pretty much the bench is playing now.
Much better shot. Oh, he
gets
his own rebound.
Gets his own rebound from the free throw. And that's great defense by the Grenadiers. Loose ball picked up in the corner now. That's number 32 for Hersey. Woodrich no good. Another try from Woodrich, still no good. Hersey, third chance points, and Aiden Gazda.
Ball just came off the rim 3 times, just a really weird angle.
Gazda clearly a fan favorite.
Pablo Castillo in. He's got the ball currently.
Here's Castillo. Now Casterton.
Come on, Adam, throw it up.
Adamowicz. Castillo in the corner, doesn't take it. Casterton had to look for a second.
Reaching.
A reach on Hersey. 1:19 left, 49-31. Huskies.
You know, you want to show coach when you come in like this at the end that you're hustling, you know what the plays, but every once in a while you just got to throw something up there. You made a high school basketball team. You had to have done something throughout your younger career, right? I know Jake's got a great shot. I know Adam's got a great shot. Josh Motley's showing some really good stuff. They all just seem a little timid to throw the ball.
Casterton 2 for 2 from the line after drawing a foul in the bonus.
Good to see. Oh, a little double team here. Hersey wants Crafton to score a bucket. The whole bench screams every time he gets the ball. Turnover.
Turnover on Michael Crafton. So, running clock. So, Hersey's going to snap their 6-game losing streak and move to 6-15 on the season. And Elk Grove's losing streak is going to get worse into double digits now with 10. They'll be 4-19, still looking for that first conference win.
Offensive foul before the shot. You know, Elk Grove's going to get another shot at Hersey. It'll be in their gym. I'd like to see that game, quite frankly. You can learn a lot. I think coaches will take a look at maybe how they would protect the rim a little bit more in the first half. Don't count Elk Grove out on that game.
Corey driving to the rim and is fouled. Grens get one more home game against Wheeling, one more crack at least at home to improve their record. That's going to be on Friday. It's going to be streamed on the EGHS Media Vimeo channel.
That's you, right?
Yep, I'll be on that call.
Mr. McGing?
I'll be on that call with Alec Parra as my
very good
color commentary to the side of me.
You have to text me so I can actually figure out how to get that thing.
Well, you just got to go on Twitter.
Okay, again. I'm not as savvy as you young guys. I'll find a way, though, Gabe, I promise.
Counting down the seconds till the final buzzer.
So we're under 15 seconds. Hersey's taking a 3.
They get their own rebound. And
yeah. Coach, come on, Coach. Have him dribble it out.
That's probably going to be it.
Yep.
Schiffman dribbles it out. And
well, Gabe, it's been a lot of fun. This is our last game together, I'm sure. But next year, if you're in, I'm in. Let's do as many as we can.
Maybe see you in the spring.
Maybe see you in the
spring
spring.
sport.
You did a great job this year. You come a long way.
Thank you. You too.
And you dragged me with you.
Hersey improved to 6-15, 3-4 conference record. Grenz fall to 4-19, 0-7 conference record. And alongside John Walls, I'm Gabe Newman. Thank you for tuning in. Take care and peace.